Today, I want to show you guys the best way to get fence rep right now, whether you play PvP or PvE. It is the best time because not only have you got the boss event that's going on, where if you're playing PvP, you can go into Shoreline and you can loot up, but actually the whole Scav cooldown timer has been dramatically reduced, which means you get into raids much quicker. So how do you actually get your Scav raids up? And how do you actually get your Scav rep up? Well, that's what this video is about. So if you like the sound of that, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, as we're getting closer to over 500 subscribers, which is amazing, and we've only been doing it for about 6 days or so. So I really do appreciate your support. It's been amazing, and I couldn't have expected it to go this well. So thank you guys. But in giving back to you guys, let's check out how you actually get your Scav rep up. Well, obviously on PvE, you only get 0.01 Scav rep per raid, whether you take out PMCs, whether you do nothing. And in fact, sometimes when you're trying to take out PMCs, you end up taking out a player Scav that runs in front or something like that, and you lose a ton of your fence rep. So it's not actually necessarily worth taking out PMCs, other than to get the XP to level up your Scav skills that each of your Scavs will actually have. And also the fact that obviously you can make more money if you're taking out PMCs. If I cross into them, I will take them out, and if they're easy targets, I'll just take them out as well. But primarily we're in it for just getting our fence rep up. I do not particularly like doing Scav runs, whether that be just to take out different things, because I feel like the whole point of PvE in its entirety is to get yourself some gear and run into an actual PMC raid and take out everything. So playing Scavs seems like a bit of a waste of time, but it is really crucial to get your fence rep up so that when you do play a Scav, you can actually get yourself some really nice loot. And the whole point I run a Scav raid is just so I can essentially go in, I can get some very quick loot, and actually it's quite profitable, especially what we're doing when you go into the raid. So let's jump into a factory raid. This is the key thing about this whole thing, and how you can speed up your way to 6 fence rep, as I'm currently doing, and I think that this will be the best chance you've got, at least in the current future of PvE for the moment. Now, we finally found a game. It took about a minute, so it was really quick to actually get into these factory raids, I suppose, because most people are doing the same sort of thing. So make sure that you do at least try and do it if you are trying to go for 6 fence rep. Of course, you get a load of other benefits when you do make it to 6 fence rep, which is the whole point in doing the whole thing. But you can see here we have got some fighting in front. Now, I usually do a little check. You can see that there were some PMCs over there, and usually I'll try and go for at least one. I don't really bother going for the actual loot of these PMCs because I'm not too bothered. It's just to get the found in raid status and not get the run through. But as you can see, we've got a PMC right there, and we'll just one tap him. And then once he's done, we can then move over. Always check the shelf before you go for the extract, but all I have to do is that. Go in here, check the safe, open it up, make sure that you stay outside of the window because you can just automatically extract if you're checking the safe at the same time. And then once I've done that, if you want some extra loot, you can check these jackets here, which can spawn really good keys, but most of the time they're pretty garbage. I've never actually got anything decent out of them just yet. But yeah, now we just go to the window and extract. It's simply that easy to be able to complete your raids. Of course, you are going to get some run-throughs if you don't take out any of the PMCs, because of the fact that you are just going in and extracting within probably like a minute to a minute 10. I've had under a minute. I've had ones where you spawn literally next to the actual extract, and so you just go straight out. And you can see there we finished off a USEC. Could have gone and looted him, but well, I'm just in it purely for speed, considering that when you have a look at this next bit, when we take out all of this stuff, so just quickly empty it into your actual stash if you've got anything that you want to keep, and then we'll just quick sell everything else. No point keeping any of it, and you can see 0.01 Scav rep gained, so really nice. And of course, when you are doing it as quickly as you can with these, and you're loading into raids as quickly as you possibly can, you can probably do in the region of about 10 per hour. So that's 0.1 Scav rep every single hour. And so you're going to be able to get to 6 Scav reps in about 60 hours, which seems a lot of time, but when you consider that this is like a very slow grind, and most of the time because of this car extract, you're probably up in the region of about 2.5 to 3 already if you've done a couple over the time of your account. If you're playing and you're constantly doing stuff and taking all of those car extracts, you've probably got to about 2.5 to 2.6, somewhere in that region. So you've got to do 35 hours total, which is a very long time, but this is the best time to do it. Otherwise it's going to be taking you, 4 times as long, and making sure that you have got your Intel Center leveled up as fast as possible. I've got a Intel Center level 3, which does require the radar, I believe, or the signal amplifier, GPSA, which can only be found in labs. And essentially we upgraded our Intel Center, and that gives us a 37.8% Scav cooldown timer, so we don't have to wait as long. And this is something that you pretty much have to do over time, and it will save you hours of your own time when you are playing these scav raids. Of course, you make a ton of money as well, so you're probably making in the region about 2 to 3 million per hour just by literally going in and extracting pretty much straight away. So that is what you can kind of achieve, and already within this amount of time that we've been speaking, we've only got 40 seconds left until we go back into the raid. And of course you can see we've got a pretty nice one by the looks of things with a scope. Scopes are worth about 100k, this one, and then an M700 which we can sell, whether that be to traders or just to Fence himself. It's going to make us quite a bit of money. You probably make on average at level 2.5 scav rep, you're going to be able to get around about 60 to 70k guaranteed from just selling your loot. If you sell everything that you just pick up, and if you get some of the extra items that are lying around the map, like checking those bookcases, and if you take out a PMC on the way, you can make upwards of 200k per one, and it's very, very quick. It's very easy to do, and we can go back in. So that is this video. I just wanted it to be short, sweet, and just get straight to the point, show you what you can do. And of course it's up to you whether or not you want to take advantage of this event, or whether you're not bothered at all about getting 6 scav rep. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one later on this evening. I'll see you there. Goodbye.